All right, here we are in 108 Mile House with Al Richmond, who's the Electoral Area Director from around here. He's the chair of the Caribou Regional District and also the first vice president of the Union of BC Municipalities. Al, thanks for having us here in 108 Mile House. Can you tell us a little bit about your great community here?
Well, this is a community of 108 Mile. We have about 2,500 residents live here with 30 miles of road, 30 miles of water main. You're standing at the 0 point of a 7-kilometer trail we have that goes around 2 of our lakes. Has 4 bridges attached to it. Portions of it are low mobility for access for folks who have mobility issues. We also have a section that's Black Diamond for those who want more challenges. So it's a collaborative effort with the province of British Columbia and the regional district and our local Greenbelt Commission here. And we've done a number of these trails throughout the region from Bridge Lake to Wells, and certainly put a lot of money in conjunction with the province and NDIT to build trails so people can get out and be accessible and be active.
Excellent. Yeah, it's beautiful. And so on our trip here, we're talking about the urban-rural connections. And here, this is a rural community, a resource-based community. Can you tell us a little bit about the resources in this community and what's keeping the economy going here?
Well, here our main resource is forestry. We have some mining as well. And of course, then we have tourism. So we're standing at a point where we have a heritage site just here, which is run by a volunteer group. We have a local resort with golf course, and we have a spa just up the road as well. So that drives our economy. One of our major employers here, we have an oriented strand board plant. And to give you the impacts of what happens in this community, somewhere between, depending on the availability of rail cars, somewhere between 20 and 28 cars, B trains a day leave 100 Mile House in our plant here to feed towards the local economy. We also have another sawmill here that produces similar amounts of traffic on the road. So we contribute to the economy in that way. Certainly right now we've had an impact to the mountain pine beetle with the climate change initiatives that have happened. And so we're struggling with the reduction in the allowable cut and looking at ways to diversify our economy, which again sounds similar to what everyone's trying to do. But I think that we still provide a lot of impetus to the provincial economy, and we'll continue to do so.
Excellent. And one of the things we're talking about is climate change, and we're seeing climate change all over the world, and we're seeing it right here in the Caribou. And how do you balance the resource nature of the economy with the changing climate?
Well, the climate change is something new that's happened. As we have a Caribou land use plan, which was put together by industry and tourism and government to try and ensure we protect areas, and so that we harvest it in an environmentally friendly manner. Our First Nations are involved with logging. We also have our forest companies, and they have a pretty very high environmental standards to what they do. So they protect the areas around the lakes, they protect the areas around the creeks to ensure that we don't get the runoff and that we do protect the watersheds in those general areas.
That's great. And so we're heading across the BC and Alberta this time. We're meeting with local government folks, so hopefully people across the country will see this. What's one piece of advice you could give our colleagues on how to be a better community leader, a better governance for your residents?
Well, I think we need to learn from each other. We learn from each other's successes and their mistakes. Hopefully we capitalize on the successes and we don't repeat the mistakes. But I think the biggest thing we do collectively is work together as local government to impress on senior levels of government why we need their assistance to make our communities good places to live, work, and play.
Absolutely, and also that almost sounds like a piece of advice for this federal election coming up, that local government has to play a role to stand up for our citizens and the importance of what we deliver for a national election. So anyways, Al Richmond, thanks so much for having us in 108 Mile House here on Town Hall.